Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto Ian. I hope everybody's had a fantastic weekend and you're geared up for this fresh week ahead of us. So hopefully this is going to be bullish because we had this 30% dip and people were like really scared in buying the dip. And I said to you in previous videos, if we get like a big dip, obviously altcoins are going to dip even further. So I did actually buy the dip. I bought more CRO, a bit more Tectonic, a bit more Vulcan Forge and a few other coins as well. And I did buy a little bit of more Pepe because obviously we're in the midst of this bull market, the early stages, and even the meme coins have made some big moves, but they can even go even higher, but obviously they're higher risk as well. So, but yeah, I buy the dip. I don't get fearful. I don't sell out because I have my plan. I know what my plan is, and I know I'm executing it now. And so, like I said, I always say, always have a plan. But at the moment, let's just check out the price of Bitcoin. It's sitting at $67,995. We're trying to get back up to that 68,000. We've still got a market cap of $1.3 trillion and a market cap of the whole market of around about $2.58 trillion. So hopefully we're going to get more inflows today in terms of from the BlackRocks and all the others in terms of ETF inflows. So obviously that's the catalyst at the moment, which really has been pushing us up. And it sort of changed a bit of the history because we've actually gone beyond all-time high prior to the Bitcoin halving, because don't forget that's another catalyst. Bitcoin halving coming up, it's like the supply gets cut in half, the demand's there, and you know what happens to that when the supply and demand, price moves up. And hopefully after the Bitcoin halving we're going to get that parabola move up. But we've also got to watch out as well. Before going to charts, we've just got to watch that dominance as well, because if we have a quick look at the dominance, we're sort of going a bit sideways at the moment. But if we look on the daily on the dominance, because I'm watching this very carefully, because I want Bitcoin to go slightly sideways and then basically dominance come down. But as you can see here, we've hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've hit it on resistance here and we've come down. At the moment, we're just going a little bit sideways. Hopefully we could come down again a bit more. I want to get below that 53% mark to make those alts start to really move. But we can see on the hourly on Bitcoin as well, when it loads in, we can see on Bitcoin on the hourly, and I did say on the other day, we've got that falling wedge that's come down, and obviously Bitcoin has broken out of that wedge now and basically just going a little bit sideways at the moment. We are creating a little bit of an M&M shape. You can see that M shape there, which sometimes can break down. But what I am looking for on price action concepts here, not the smart trail, price action concepts, we've got areas of resistance here around about that $69,000, around about $72,000, and then around about that $73,000 to $74,000. They're the areas of resistance. So I'm watching this very closely here as well. But we've got that M&M shape there. So obviously, let's see what happens today in terms of the Bitcoin inflows, because obviously, like I say, in terms of the weekend, it's highly manipulated at the weekend, and basically we've got that CME gap as well, which has helped us push up to the upside. But overall, it's looking pretty cool. But if I put the smart trail on at the moment on the hourly, we have now caught the positive smart trail, which is obviously, as you can see here in previous times, that the smart trail has been that trail pushing us up to the upside. We've had that one pushing us down to the downside, and now we've created a new smart trail to the upside. So hopefully, if we do come back down on that M&M chip, we could come back down to this area of 66 and then push all the way back up. But don't forget, we could be in that pre-halving dump. This could be a false breakout, and we could drop down to around about, if I put it on the 4-hourly chart, that'll give us a bit more of an area of where we could actually go to in terms of price action concepts. So if I put that on there, obviously we could break down to 65,000 again. And the bottom area here, which I think if we're going to come down heavy, I think we're going to come down to around about that $61,000 to $60,000. But if we do come to that, in my opinion, what I'll be doing, I'll be buying a little bit more on that dip. But I'm hoping we don't come back down to that. If we do, we come back down to here and we move back up. But hopefully, I want us to really now, it's just to go a bit sideways on Bitcoin, dominance to come down, altcoins start to fly up, and everybody's happy again. So let's go and check out and see what's happening with CRO and Crypto.com. So yeah, looking at crypto CRO at the moment. So basically on the day, we're up around about 2.71% on the day. So we're holding a line at the moment. And then obviously we're around about 38% down in terms of volume. But obviously we've had the weekend, people go out the weekend. Now we've got a fresh start to the week, and we should start to see that volume starting to pick up. We can see here, it's like I said previous videos, we've had that beautiful smart trail, following that smart trail beautifully up. Then we got that strong sell zone. This is on Lux Algo, by the way, but look at that. Got it absolutely pretty much spot on. And then we come down to the downside. And then we found that beautiful area of support around about that 13 pence mark. Look at that. Once, twice, 3 times and 4 times, and then we've moved up. We are creating that a bit of an M shape here on the 4 hourly. So obviously Bitcoin's creating that as well. So we're following Bitcoin quite heavily here. So obviously if Bitcoin does come down, I'm expecting we could retry again at 13 pence if that's the case. But obviously we have got further support down here at 9 cents. I don't think we're going to come down here. I think if we're going to do something, we're going to come back down, retest 13 pence, and then make our way back up, because we have got the smart trail, which is actually pushing us slightly down here, and that strong sell signal there. But obviously it all depends what happens to Bitcoin today, because like I said, we've got Bitcoin today where we've got the ETF inflows coming in, and obviously what's going to happen there is it could well push Bitcoin back up with any luck. And obviously we could look here on that spot trail pushes down, and obviously Bitcoin goes up, we're going to go up as well, because we're falling down a bit on the, we can see our CRO BTC here, we're sort of down by 2.8%. But like I said, I'm looking for that dominance to come down. That dominance comes down and Bitcoin can go sideways. And even if Bitcoin comes down gradually and that dominance comes down, that looks good for me. That looks quite healthy, that at some point we will get the alt season, because like I said, we've seen Solana make some moves, and that, but that's just showing us that different projects will take different turns. It's like we said, we had AI, gaming, layer 1s, layer 2s. It all takes its turn. But once that dominance comes down, we can start to see alts breaking out. And now look at this, Cecilia, who you can follow there. Is part of Cronos. And we can see here, she's giving it a perfect break. Give her a follow, by the way, on Twitter, X. What's been happening over the week, and we can see, we won't go through all of it, but we can see Crypto.com supports the Ethereum network upgrade. The core technical gear airdrop has begun and completed. We've got deposits and withdrawals on Stark. Crypto.com exchange supports deposit withdrawals of Stark. Atom Flash rewards started. Strike options demo trading live in the US. So that's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully Crypto.com will come back into the US. But Crypto.com listed Mog, Evo, Shrap, and Boom. .ti Ape staking campaign started. We've got 1 million transactions completed on the Cronos ZK EVM. That's a biggie. We've got Crypto.com app listed and Mog and Boom. Crypto.com will be supporting the Star Platinum and Strax token supply. New crypto earn up 14% on PA on Flip. Fees are 50% off on Cronos chain. Crystals on Squawkbox. Cronos chain announced upcoming Cronos. You know, when you're looking at this and people say to me, you're too bullish on Crypto.com and Cronos. Yeah, I am bullish on Crypto.com, but not enough. I'm not enough bullish on it, because you can see what's happening here. And this is only a few. And then we can look on here on the Cronos, and I've covered this in the previous video, but we've got this. So it's basically, I'm not going to get into technicals. You can get away here and check it out with your own content to check it out, all the details on it. If you're a bit of a techie on that kind of thing, I'm not a techie on that. I don't have a clue. But they summarise it here very nicely for me. It's going to make it a lot sharper, faster, quicker, a more well-oiled machine. And that's what it's going to do with this announcement of the Cronos Titan upgrade, which is going to be good for a lot of projects, a lot of developers and such like. So it's going to make it that much smoother and faster, what we want in that. So that's a really good catalyst, and which is coming up, which is the Titan is coming, and the upgrade is coming very soon on, count the days until the March the 26th. So we've got a few days to go. A week or so to go on that one, but it's worth keeping an eye out on this. But like I said, you just look at the charts and you can look on zoom out. Look, if you zoom out, if you put it on the 5 minutes, and I've done this plenty of times, you can think, oh my God, look at that. It's just a complete mess. But when you go and zoom out on like the 4 hourly or the 1 day or something like that, it doesn't like that. Look at that, bouncing perfectly off that smart trail, perfectly off that smart trail. And then you can look at the weekly as well. Look where we are on the weekly. It looks a bit messy, but we've only just got that smart trail turning bullish. Though we've had that little bit of a red, look, it's just a little blip. So what you've got to do is, my tip to you, and I've done it. I've been in this space in terms of stock markets for 20 plus years. I'm 47 years old. I've been in it for 20 plus years. I've been in 2 cycles now, well, just 2 and a bit cycles in terms of crypto. These are little blips. If you look at the 5 minutes, unless you're a day trader or something like that, and you're just like me, a long-term investor, zoom out and look at that. There's nothing really happened. We've had a bit of a pull down, but overall, there's nothing there. And look where we've come. People say to me, we haven't done anything. We were not so long ago, like 4 cents, 50 cents, and look where we are now. We're sitting at around about where we are now, around just below 14 pence. And we've got a long way to go. We've got these areas of resistance here, around about 16 pence, around about that 23, 24 pence, and then straight up to 50 pence. I've accumulated. I've bought a little bit more. We're in that channel now. And that's for me, this white channel you see here is my accumulation channel. If we came back down into that, I bought a little bit more. If we come down to around about here, that 13, 12 pence mark, I'm going to buy a bit more. And obviously, if we get a big wick down, I have put some little bits around about here. But for me, this is my accumulation zone. We're in that accumulation period again, and I'm buying more. You do your own. You need to do what you need to do yourself. You need to have a plan and a risk plan, a strategy where you're selling and where you're buying long term. That is. You've got to have that. Don't rely on people like me or other influencers, because we've seen certain influencers who say when Bitcoin was at $15,000, it's going down to 10, it's going down to $9 or $8 or even lower. Those poor people got left behind. You don't listen to those people. To me, I just don't listen to those people. I just do what I want to do. I do my own thing. I do look at what they're obviously doing. But I come out with my own theses, my own answers, and that's what I do. That's the best way to do. You can't blame anybody then if the price goes down and your plan's not worked out too well. But obviously, have a plan, have a strategy, have a risk management plan. That's all I say. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I say, always give us a thumbs up and give us a like and give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated, but stay safe out there. The markets are volatile. It can go either directions. Take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video.